YouTube, what we have here is it's not a honeydew, it's a buddy-do. I'm sure you know what a buddy-do is. It's when one of your buddies has a machining project you need. Good friend of mine has a CNC router. Oh no, excuse me, this isn't a router, it's a molding machine. And there are about 7 or 8 motors in that thing. I don't know if you're familiar with modern molding machines, but they have these universal joints. And his employees, one of his employees damaged a machine, and the replacement part is this kind of generic, it says brand name Curtis, universal joint. Let's see here, manufactured by Curtis Universal Joint Company, Springfield, Massachusetts. So the replacement parts for this decidedly foreign-made molding machine is an American universal joint. Kind of nice. Problem is it's the wrong size. The other problem is it's metric, and it's 20 millimeter, and I do not have a 20 millimeter reamer. What I do have, however, is measuring tools that'll measure metric. I don't have a machine that'll do metric. I'm going to take this scrap of 303 stainless here, turn this down to a 20 millimeter test plug. What are we at right now? We're definitely bigger than 20 millimeter right now. Let's see what we got. .27. It's not quite the full diameter. 22.3, basically 22.28 millimeter. So I'm going to shave a little off of this to get down to 20 millimeter. Then we're going to chuck this baby up in the lathe, both sides, bore this thing out to 20 millimeters, and throw in a couple of set screws, perpendicular set screws, on both of these sides for this machine. So this is Buddy Do video number 1. So let's get set up on the lathe. Alright, we are going to chuck up here, and remember, we're not doing anything with it. I don't need to center this. I don't need to do anything with this piece. I just need to get down to 20 millimeters in order to use it as a test plug. So I'm going to put a generous chamfer here across the front, and then turn this baby down about 3 millimeters off the OD. Not quite 3 millimeters off the OD is what I need to hit to. And I just found out that there's a problem with my mounting location of the camera. Let's try that. Alright, let's get an open belt, turn off the feeds here. Adjust the tool back around for a cut on the diameter. Alright, here we are. Fire it back up, let's engage the feeds. Let's see what's there feeding. Woo, that's a bit fast. Slow that down a little bit. That's better. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and take one cut and get a measurement. 3218. I'm going to zero my dial here. We want to take off basically 2 millimeters. So we want to take off about 78 thou plus a little bit for that 2/8. So we're going to start off, we're going to cut off, I'm going to take about a 60 thou cut. We'll go with a 40 thou cut. How about that? Okay, that's all right. About a millimeter there. Let's take off another 30 thou. All right. Took about a 30 thou. That's about 70 thou off our original diameter. A nice finish. Little spring pass there. So yeah, we're down to about 20.85. Just a little bit has to come off of there. That's that original 8.7, 8 thou 7/10, 20.85. So. See that? 20.089. I think I'm just going to take a spring cut, see what I get out of that. Not that there's much spring in the setup. I'd rather be slightly small on this shaft than big, because I can always bore the U-joint out extra if I have to. But once it's finished, okay, I'm going to have to dial in a little more. Let's crank in a couple of fire it back up. Real close here. Let's crank in one more cut. I want to get it right on here. Like I said, I'd rather be a little small than a little big. Call me the tentative machinist. There. 19.95. That is better. That's what I'm looking for there. Just a touch small. So I've got my test piece. Take that out. Alright, we got the we've got the U-joint chucked up here. The stock bore is about a 14.5 millimeters, about 5'7" or so, and we need to come up to 7/8" or 20 millimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start kicking through here. I'm going to start off with a 5/8" drill and knock this up to 625. Got the machine in the medium range, which is really the first back gear range. I have 2 back gear ranges in this machine. Turn the feeds off. Fire it up. Maybe we'll give it a little more than that. We got the 5/8 through there. Now our target dimension is 7/8", and I've got a 25/32 drill, which will put us right at 7/8". That's pretty darn close. Might be a little tight. Alright. Still on Buddy Do here. Buddy Do number 1. I've got this universal joint that I showed you earlier drilled out here to 21/32, 781. We're about 6 thou or so shy of our target number. But considering I had not actually seen the broken machine or where this part went in person, I thought that discretion demanded that I walk across the street to the Buddy's shop and check this out myself rather than goof up a part that he needs. So I walked across the street, looked at the original machine. Of course, you can't get the original busted one of these off, and it is busted, broken right here. But we did measure the original shaft, and the original shaft is in fact exactly spot on 20mm 787. So this does have to open up some more. So we're going to chuck this back up into the lathe, and then we're going to single point this baby out 7 thou to bring this out to our finished dimension. Then we're going to set it up in the mill and knock some set screw holes, tap some set screws to go in it, and then that's going to be that. Alright, we got a TPG style boring bar set up in here. We're set up to do just a little skim cut, zero everything out. We're feeding it about 40 thou. Rookie mistake. Not enough extension on the boring bar. My apologies. But pay attention. Otherwise, you're going to wreck something. Let's go. How do you know you got where you're going? You're hitting the bottom. Alright. Let's see what we got here. .96 millimeters. 19.99 millimeters. So we really don't. There's really nothing left to take out of there. I'm just going to take a cleanup pass. I'm not going to advance anything in any direction. We're measuring about 19.95, so we need to take about 2 thou more off. So I'm going to come back 2 thou. And we're going to take a cut. Let's get another cut here. Let's get another measurement. Oh, it's right on the borderline between two sizes of these things. So and roll that one out. And let's see what we got. All right. 20.128. I can take that any day. That will be fine. Alright, what we got here is had to mount the old super spacer on the table. It's a Nikken brand super spacer, heavy booger. Because the U-joint's 1 inch and 1/8 in diameter, so it's too big to hold in a 5C collet, which is certainly how I would prefer to hold this. We're going to drill in here with a size F drill, which is the tap size. It's the tap size for a 5/16 by 11 set screw. I told my buddy, who the buddy do is for, that I don't have any metric set screws, and was this okay? And he said fine. So we're going to try to sneak a center drill down there, and then drill through with the tap screw, the tap size, the F size drill, and tap the hole. Right, move the center drill. Slap in the F size. Alright, let's get our tap. A little easy power tapping here. Slow it way down. Drop it in the back gear. Alright, that's one hole down. Take our indexer here. I gotta get it undone. It's rather tough to move. Alright. It's 90 degrees. We'll just repeat the process. Center drill back in. Back out a low range. There's our finished workpiece. 12mm bore and 4 5/16 by 18, I believe, set screws, of course 5/16. So Buddy Do number 1 is done, and get this baby delivered and get him back in business. A couple things that I learned here with this particular job is that I'm pretty sure that these parts are of some sort of powdered metal construction, like Tico T-nuts. If you have a Tico hold down set, the T-nuts and parts, a lot of the parts in those sets are powdered metal construction. It's really hard stuff, and it doesn't really behave like cast, and it doesn't really behave like bar stock. It kind of behaves in between. Doesn't really chip great, and but it doesn't really make powder like cast iron. So you got me. This stuff's hard and difficult to cut. But there we are. We all get them. And so Buddy Do number 1 is done.